Howdy team, this is part 1 of converting your website into an Android app. Today we'll be creating the Webview container. Alright, let's boot up Android Studio. Okay, so this has booted up a project that I've already started, but normally if it would just start with creating a new app, then follow along. Otherwise, if you're in the same position, just go File, New Project. Alright, name the application whatever you want. Company domain will be your domain name. I've already done a trial of this, so we'll just leave it as ChristopherWD2. Next. With these SDKs, basically the lower the API, the more compatible it will be, but the higher the API, the more features you have access to. So it'll tell you here sort of approximately how many devices it will be compatible with. I just use API 21. If you want to do some research into that and come up with something better, then you can. But for the purpose of this, we'll just go API 21. And we want to go empty activity. Just leave it as main activity. Activity main. Yep, leave that. Finish. All right, once it's booted up, if you don't have this same folder structure, you can go here and just make sure that it's on Android. The main things we'll want to be accessing are under app here, manifests. So that's Android manifest. Our Java file, just on this top domain name, main activity, and also our layout, which will sort of set what the app looks like here under activity main. All right, with this activity main as well, I prefer the layout to be, this is like a layout builder. If you go to text, it lets us copy paste info, and then it's also got a preview there. If not, you can just select preview. All right, so in this main activity, we're just going to add our web view. So we'll get rid of this text, and I've got this web view code. So I'm just copying and pasting. So I was bringing over the code, the numbers. So now we have a web view container right there, as you can see. Next, we will head over to our Java file. All right. And as I said, I'm following along with my own sort of copy paste guide. So I'd suggest you do the same thing, but I can just replace this whole thing with what I've got here. Make sure you update the package name to what your apps package is, which will be what it had been set at originally. The other thing you want to change here is the string website URL. So obviously that's just going to set the URL that this app will go to. Here as well, you can add what would be good is a UTM tracking code. So you can monitor in Google Analytics whether or not the traffic is actually coming from your app. All right, now we'll head over to the Android manifest. I'm just gonna copy paste what I have in my tutorial. Again, just make sure you're changing the package name, label, the launcher icons and stuff will come to in a moment. But the main thing here is that it's checking the permission to use the internet on the app. And that will be it just for a basic app. So what you want to do now is we'll run a test of the app. All right, here, these are your virtual devices. If you want to start one of these up, you go create new virtual device and follow along. I'll post some links on how to get those set up. Otherwise, if you have an Android device, you can also test out your app with your actual physical device, which I prefer to do just because it runs a lot quicker and it's a lot more sort of intuitive. For that, I'll post a link in the description below as well, but we'll test that out. All right, now if we're all good, we should be able to check our apps, and down here, it's installed the new app, Christopher WD. There you go.